guys, so I thought this was a good time to talk about the kind of future of where we're going with the channel. And one thing I will say is that it's been a really good year. We've got 2,500 subs now, which I never thought I'd achieve, but really happy with that. I've done a bit of a mix of things, done some reviews, done some travel, done some opinion pieces, and it all just works really well, to be honest. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm trying not to get overawed with the sort of uphill job to do in order to sort of build everything up to monumental levels. So I'm trying to just work on it piece by piece. It's kind of working so far. One thing I will say is that of everything I've done, the bike reviews are probably the thing that gets the most instant hits, the search terms in Google itself. All of that traffic comes from people searching for new bikes. So they're kind of like the easy win. It's very easy in order to wave to somebody. Saw you vlogging. It's very easy just to do the new bike reviews. People search on it and you'll get like 10,000 views from a relatively small channel, as long as you're sort of first. You need access to the motorcycles, quite obviously. You know, bikes are not like cameras or phones or something when you review. You've got to spend serious money to have access to new bikes all the time. So the way to get them is to get them through the dealers or the distributors or the manufacturers themselves, the brands. Now, the problem with that is, if you're given the access, that comes at a little bit of a cost. So you've got to say the right things, or where there are some negatives to that particular bike or whatever it is, you've got to hide them basically, or talk them down, or just allude to them. You don't really ever mention anything 100% straight up. And there's loads of channels doing that, really, doing loads and loads of reviews. And the reason they do the reviews is because the reviews always get huge views. You know, it trips the algorithm. The algorithm detects that you're reviewing something that everyone wants to see, so it promotes your content. It's kind of good in a way, because obviously everyone's in it. Let's not beat around the bush, everyone's in it really for the money. It's an enjoyable way to make money, but you do want your views to go up so you can start earning. And reviews get that. Latest news gets that. But the thing is, I think it's something that you tie yourself into. You end up having to put out content about all of the new bikes that come out. You're always racing against time to beat the release, to be the first person to upload the content. It's just hard work. And to be honest, it's quite hard work, like traveling around to different dealerships all the time, driving there, setting up camera equipment. You've got multiple cameras. And then if you say the wrong thing, or you're too honest basically about that particular motorcycle, then the person's not going to welcome you back. And to be honest, I had this a little bit with one of my recent reviews. I won't mention which one it was, but I got informed that it hadn't gone down too well. So that was a bit problematic. I was a bit too honest. And I don't mind being less emotional about it. So I'll say, for example, factually, this is something I feel. I won't sort of embellish the negatives of the bike. I don't mind being sort of less insulting, should we say, because I was a little bit coarse in my view. But I'm not going to sort of massage over the truth. So I've looked at other brands or other motor vloggers and their relationship with the brands, and I find a lot of it is quite sanitized. They just say, this is great, this is fantastic. The channels that are chasing all the high views and the sort of multiple videos a week, sort of 6 videos a week, chasing the revenue basically, I just don't think it's sustainable long term. I also think that public opinion was going to go a little bit against, that format eventually. Get wise to it, and I think the channels that are truthful now and stick to their opinions being truthful are going to have the longest longevity, and they're going to have the supporters who are more loyal basically. This vlogging stuff is actually quite hard work. Got to constantly hold out your arm outreached. It's actually, it gives you like shoulder ache. I haven't done it before. Yeah, so constantly chasing views and becoming an influencer, as it were. Here in Dubai, you kind of get the influencer vibe. There's loads of people posing. But influencers aren't just sort of 21-year-old girls, you know, selling makeup. Influencers exist in our little industry as well. And I think those are the people that get invited to all of the launches. They've always got the bikes before everyone else. It's always overwhelmingly positive about the bikes, but if you go ahead and buy the bike that they've reviewed and said it's all rosy and wonderful, then you've paid 7 grand, maybe on average, maybe 10 grand. You bought this bike and you're the one who's got to find out the problems with it. Might be reliability, might be just features that you like, might just be not very comfortable. So I don't really want to go down that road. So where does the line stop between being a reviewer and being an influencer? So I think being an influencer, you're really there to promote the brand's marketing message and to enable sales, basically. And a lot of reviewers, I think, eventually fall more and more into the influencer camp. It's really difficult because if you review things badly, you won't get the access, and so therefore you need to start really singing to the brand's tune. I just don't really want to do that. I know a couple of channels that give good content, and it's basically their own opinions, and I think they're great. I've started following those. I think a more organic way to grow the channel is probably to do more vlogging, be a bit of a general YouTuber really, to do content like this where I'm just out and about, talking about bikes, mixing bikes into it, a little bit more of the travel. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go hard on the reviews, and I know that will probably slow the growth of the channel. But I mean, I can have a nice time just going around traveling, recording, riding bikes, doing some adventures, that kind of thing. I think that's a good way to slowly grow the channel. Get yourself across really, rather than just going for those easy wins, which are brand new bike reviews. Right guys, well, I'm going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to have a little wander around, and I might try and go up top, up there, if I can. Right, all right, I'll let you go.